Yes,
Bang
indeed, ladies
bang.
and gentlemen. What is happening? We
Mm.
got
Hey,
season
everybody.
2 on deck for
Yeah.
rap. Ooh-wee. Fellas, what's going on? What's happening?
Hey, man.
Man, I like the new
Draft,
intro.
It's been a crazy week, man. I'm ready to get down to it.
this crazy
Hey.
draft. The Mavs
Yeah.
doing their damn thing. I'm still looking for the Hornets. I'm just, hey, I'm just trying,
This-
D-Ray. I am
this-
throwing you
you-
a line, bro, because
This
that team
is a
cold.
record. This is a record.
No,
Cut that shit out.
dude. This is
And we just started. Knock that shit off. We just started.
now football.
Bro, I just want to know what kind of bat you beating that horse with, bro. It's not
Hey,
I'm
cool.
just
hey, man,
saying.
it's a middle bat.
It's a bat.
It's a
All
better
right,
bat.
y'all, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in for the show, man. Let's rock out.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start this real quick. Let's go ahead into some baseball. This fella right here.
Is that Walker
This-
Buehler?
This is Trevor Bauer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer got what do they call it? Administrative leave since July 2021. And then the MLB said, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and suspend you for 2 more years for breaking the policy of sexual conduct and all that other foolishness. 2 more years. So my man has been he'll be out of work for 3 years. His
Yep.
career is done.
Hold on,
Yeah.
bro. Hold on, bro. This is baseball, though. Baseball, all this stuff is guaranteed.
Mm.
Nah, not if you break the
There's got to be some
code of
serious
conduct.
clause in that contract, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Because
sure there's always
Right.
a code of
the
conduct.
baseball
clause.
players do whatever the heck they
And here's-
still got to get paid for that.
Here's the thing about that, Glass. Even if it's a code of conduct, that guarantee money, that's why I was Googling it real quick to see what his guaranteed money was. Because if he got, I think the last contract might have been 20-some million. I forget what it was. Whatever that guarantee money was, he got that.
He got that.
He got that out the gate. So yeah.
Yeah.
3 years, he could sit there and train and get some anger management and come right on back and be a reliever and sign another contract. So
You know what's really weird about stuff like this, though? And I gotta go here, bro. I hate to do it, but I gotta be the one. So the whole thing with this story about Trevor Bauer is that he's accused of, sexual assault and domestic violence and all of this other stuff. And as far as I understand, there is no proof of these accusations at this time. As far as I understood, he's currently denying all accusations. There's no proof whatsoever that he did any of this.
Right.
And Major League Baseball, like you said, put him on administrative leave last year as they were trying to figure out what was going on. The only time that they decided to act was when a third female accused him of something. And then the very next day, they suspended him for 2 years. But still, my point is, it's proof.
here's the thing about business. You don't necessarily need the proof. What you need is he threatening the brand?
That's all they care about.
And that's literally all they care about is that he has an accusation that's going to affect the brand. Now, keep in mind, baseball still has not recovered from the strike 20 years ago. Because 20 some years ago, baseball had better numbers than the NFL. And it hasn't been back since. Let me read something. That included a $10 million signing bonus, $102 million guaranteed.
Yep. You got that.
Yeah.
So he
They
walked
can do whatever.
112 mil. Dang.
They can do whatever. They can suspend him. They can drop him off a cliff. Do whatever. The $112 million is still his.
That's in the bank.
That is already there, bro.
Yeah.
So how if you're the Dodgers, don't you feel like, with what I was saying, that the fact that there's no proof, do you feel like the Dodgers should step up and go, hey, whoa.
Think about it.
I
Though.
you
Think about it.
suspended my man's, and there's no proof that he did anything.
That is basically any league. Think about it. Greg Hardy, after all the stuff that, like, you know, old girl said that he did and everything else, they went to court, got off, nothing. He was still basically blackballed by, you know, everybody.
That's a great point, but it's technically incorrect. There was proof that he did something and he had a plea agreement. That's how he got off.
Just showed the guns.
Well, wait a minute. Wait.
That's the way you want to use it.
What was hilarious about the Hardy situation was because he was a Panther, right? And there was rumors that at the time sort of did out the very popular St. Louis, and basically Louis, and he flipped out on her. So, right. This was just kind of one of the things where
Can't pitch because there's these accusations in which nobody's proven anything. If I'm the Dodgers, I want him to pitch. So I'm saying, wait a minute, guys. Nobody. There's no proof. Like, he's just accused, and we're taking his livelihood away from him, and there's no proof. With the Greg Hardy thing, there was actually proof. Like, there was a woman who I saw with, you know, marks on her face. Like, he hit her. Like, you can clearly see it was a man-sized print on her head. You know, like, he
all I gotta say is Greg Hardy was 6'6", 280, and that little girl was like $110.
Facts.
If he hit her the way she said he hit her, she wouldn't be telling nobody through her mouth that she got hit by him, because he was.
That's like Mike Tyson and Robin Givens.
Exactly.
You guys remember Mike Tyson and Robin Givens? Remember that interview that she had where she went off and she was like, "Oh, he punched me right in the face," and all this. I'm like, whoa.
was like off the chain.
Bro, you telling me that Robin Givens got hit in the face by, at the time, not a question about the most powerful punching person ever. Ever.
Yeah.
And she ain't have no marks on her face. Bro, no makeup artist is that damn good. All right?
Hey,
no makeup artist ain't good.
Hey, Mr. Glass, have him ask Mitch Green. Mitch Green, big example of what that fist do.
Yeah.
See, no, because y'all, how can I say this? Robin Givens got a chin. Let's just put it like that.
Wow.
Robin Givens got a chin, number one. Number two, I've always thought Robin Givens, that was the plan. Robin Givens and her mama knew that Mike Tyson was emotionally unstable. And all they was there for, all she had to, and you know, it's almost like her mama was like, baby, all you got to do is just take that one, and we out of here. So,
but the problem is she took that one, and she actually took what she said she took. Robin Givens wouldn't be Robin Givens anymore. She would be inducted posthumously into the Hall of Fame because she wouldn't be alive, bro. Like, it's no way.
And I'm not going to, although I joke, I'm not going to disparage any woman who feels like they're being abused and are in abusive relationships, because that happens every day. With Greg, I never saw any pictures with Robin Givens, but I saw the pictures of Greg Hardy's victim, and she looked like she had been smacked around. She wasn't punched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She looked like she had been smacked around. Trevor Bauer, there's proof of now whether or not he did it. Whether there's like Ray Rice footage out there somewhere, that remains to be seen. But if this is true, if this is his handiwork, she does look like she's been smacked around a little bit.
Yeah.
The problem though is with these guaranteed contracts in the major leagues, the only recourse that the Dodgers have right now is to defer his payments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll find a way to creatively use his salary as a tax write-off and defer it like they did Bobby Bonilla, and they'll be paying him for the next 30 or 40 years.
Yeah, which still hurts the organization because
Exactly.
they're gonna be on the hook for money for a player that ain't played in forever, and you still paying him all of this money.
Right. And one more thing, any attempt by the Dodgers or Major League Baseball to ask for proof is disparaging women who have been abused.
Yeah,
and that's going to be the perception, and you know how it is. Perception is reality to some people. Yeah. So if he has been accused, it's almost like the Bill Cosby syndrome. If 1 or 2, okay, 5 or 6, Negro, you got a problem. You know what I mean? And he's on number 3 or number 4 now.
Number 3.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
we all have seen it where, like, someone will say something happened just to get back at the dude.
Yeah.
And it ruins his life. We've seen it happen with shit. We've seen it happen with teachers.
Yeah.
And there's no remorse. I mean, there's no recourse. Once it's said and it's done, it's like, oh, it is 100% real. And then they go back and they do all the work and everything, but that apology is never as sincere as the first threat. They never coming back. It's never on the front page. It's never the first social media story. It's never none of that when they found out wrong. As soon as we found out, someone say something though, it's in 12-inch headlines that like someone did something, but the apology never has that same fervor. And because of that, if it's found out that like something is wrong and that someone is really trying to ruin someone's life, the like accuser should automatically be going to jail.
See, the problem is that there's no recourse that someone who's been falsely accused has. And my only point is that if you are a team in a sport, why exactly are we not letting them play until it actually goes to trial and we find out, oh yeah, he did do it, then throw the book at him. He never played again.
Because it doesn't work that way when it comes to publicity. It just don't work that way.
It only doesn't work that way because they allow it to not work that way.
No, I'm just what I'm saying, Glass, is this. If a woman accuses you of sexual assault and you say, we can't really go forward until we have a trial, until we have proof.
Yeah.
Then guess what? You've just pissed off 30% of your base.
Yeah.
You pissed off 30% of ticket buyers, not just people who watch it on TV, because women make up a large percentage of the NFL fan base.
And
I agree.
That's the whole, Colin Kaepernick thing too.
Facts.
They never want to like piss off a certain segment now, but it's also pretty wrong though because they didn't mind pissing off one segment to satisfy another segment.
No, that's
That's right.
That's what pissed me off about them. They was okay with like pissing off, darker skinned African Americans. They didn't care about us. We'll piss y'all off. We don't really care.
Well, that's a whole nother separate conversation.
That's a long conversation right there.
Yeah, because that just like that. What is it? That offensive lineman. I think he plays with Seattle. 6'5", 6'6", and he's white dude, and his black girlfriend might be 5'1" and 120.
Oh yeah.
And he beat her around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear it. It wasn't on the front page.
Nope.
It was like one of those stories on ESPN. Like if you watch the Sports Center, you know that they lead with the top story.
Yeah.
His story was like 15 minutes before the show over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that was crazy.
Right.
Veep, on another note, Junior is actually asking
A sports
a
question.
pertinent question, bro.
Yes.
He's actually asking a real question. I'm gonna leave it up to Veep because Veep is a avid UFC.
I am too.
Boy, you ain't
Me
watched
too.
nothing.
I am too. I got your answer. I got your answer, Junior.
Don't make me curse today, bro.
I got your answer. I'll tell you who the best is.
Who is the best UFC fighter in y'all's?
The best UFC fighter is Kimbo Slice.
Oh wow.
Okay,
What the hell did you just say?
we're just gonna go ahead and just mute his mic for the rest of the show.
Okay, so if we're asking who is the best of all time, which is what he said, then
Yeah,
it's Anderson Silva. If we're asking who's on his way to being the greatest of all time, probably John Jones, even with all of his problems. If you don't want to say John Jones, back when Demetrius Johnson was in the UFC, no one could handle Mighty Mouse. No one. So, I mean, this dude was doing, bro. This dude did a slam that ended up in midair. He caught the guy into an armbar and submitted him. No one has ever seen anything even remotely like that before.
that's some wrestling stuff, there, man.
And
But
it was
it
real.
Kimbo Slice with a puncher, man.
Okay, we're gonna really go.
Hey, that is some real technical insight there, Gooch.
Yeah, bro. Thank
I
you, that Jimmy the Group. Appreciate it.
I can't say who's the greatest of all time, but I know who my favorite was for a minute was Derek Lewis.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to really like that dude beasting on people, and he had no chill during the interview.
He would tell you whatever.
Must see TV.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna say Conor McGregor.
Not me.
Connor, look, here's the thing about Connor.
No. Wait a minute. Wait. What you not gonna do? 'Cause we did this before last season, and we got on the subject of Conor McGregor, and you said something out of pocket, and I accused you of being on drugs, Glass.
What did I say about
So
Conor
here's what we're
McGregor?
gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do.
What did I say?
You don't remember?
Nah, really.
You said some female could knock out Conor McGregor last. You don't remember you said that?
Oh, man, did you say that?
Gonna say that,
Amanda
bro.
Nunez.
Oh, man. Hey, look, listen.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Glass.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Hey,
Glass. Don't do it, Glass. Glass.
I'm
Glass.
going to just ask the other UFC guy. Troy, you see the man in Nunez fight? You see the man in Nunez fight, though, right?
No doubt.
Okay, so maybe not Conor McGregor, but how many dudes could she knock out?
She can knock out a good amount.
Dude,
That's what I'm saying.
and
It's
D-Ray.
not
That's
that
about
much
it.
respect, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Her hands are that serious, bro.
Facts.
And y'all talking about my Kimbo Slice.
Dang.
Boy, I tell you.
I hate how you brought it up.
Your problem is you don't even know who Amanda Nunez is. You gotta watch it.
I do.
So she hits like a man, dude. Like for
She
real.
does.
But
Like,
is she
you
a
like
man?
one- No,
Is she a
like,
man?
she's
Is she a man?
no, but first of all, she's bigger than Conor McGregor. She
Yeah.
hits harder than Conor McGregor. She hits harder than bro. She hits
Here
harder.
we
than-
go. Here we go.
If you'd have said Layla Ali, I'd have been
She's
like,
bigger
okay.
than Layla Ali though.
How big is she?
She's a big bro. When her walk around weight is like 170.
Bro, she had
Big.
there were girls that were afraid of this UFC fighter called Cyborg.
And she knocked
She
her.
whooped Cyborg's
And
ass.
look, Cyborg might be a dude.
Mike,
Right? For all I know, hey, it's
Now,
not a
y'all
lot.
talking-
The
you talking-
Adam's apple. I'm just saying, it's not a lot there. All right.
Wait a minute. You talking about
It's
Amanda
close up.
Nunez? Is that who we talking about?
yes,
Amanda Nunez.
5'8", 135. That's who we talking about.
That's hold on. She shrinks to that weight. First of all, when she goes, okay, it's like
5'8", 135.
How much? You think,
5'8", 135. That's who they talking about.
wait. How much you think Roy Jones weighed when he fought?
Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Roy Jones wasn't.
No. I'm just asking. No. It's a very legitimate question, D-Ray. It's a very
Just
legitimate
asking.
question.
Can I self-mute myself?
It's about 188. How much you think he walked in the cage or walked in the ring, man?
Oh Jesus! I can't even believe you even said that.
I'm just bro. What I'm trying to illustrate is that when they step on the scale, they weigh generally about 20 pounds less than what they weigh when they actually go into fight.
Roy Jones was 5'11", almost 6 feet, and his cruising weight was somewhere around 190, 200.
Okay. Now, when he stepped into the ring, I guarantee you Roy Jones is about 215 every time. Because what they do, and Amanda Nunes actually does this more so than any other female, she has to lose a lot of weight right before they go because she wouldn't be able to make weight for her championship. But when she walks into that octagon, I guarantee you that chick is about every bit of 155, 160, bro. And Troy, you watch her, probably can back me up on this.
I have to agree with Mr. Glass. She's solid,
big, bro. She's
Yeah, but
not
she's
small
fighting
as
women,
you think
bro.
she is.
She's fighting women.
I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. But
Cyborg is still asterisk by it.
yeah.
Hey, look, and Cyborg, from my understanding, and like I said, y'all watch UFC more than I do. Wasn't Cyborg accused of taking PED?
Yeah.
I think so.
And she beat the stuffing out of Cyborg.
But I want to, in the same vein, though, okay, so we're going to switch the same thing to like basketball then, okay? So Lisa Leslie was 6'6", you know, and because she's 6'6" and a center, she's a center at 6'6". You got 6'6" point guards out there that are male that are still, you know, can be in possibly college and would absolutely kill her just because they're stronger than her.
Oh yeah.
So it could be the same weight, it could be the same height, it could be the same whatever. She is not going to actually get in there with a pro like Conor McGregor and take him down. Now,
so here's the problem with what you're saying about basketball. Is
who was that?
Different.
That was Cyborg.
After Amanda Nunes beat her.
She beat Ronda Rousey. She beat down Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, but it's still
Ronda Rousey off into retirement.
But it's still her on her.
Okay, so here's the one thing I'm gonna say, and I totally agree with what you're saying, Rod. But here's the only thing, right?
If you find Lawrence or Gooch, she'll beat the hell out of him.
When you look at stuff like the UFC and martial arts in general, right?
Yeah.
It's not as easy to say strength and might meets right because there's a lot of
they are all professionals.
No, because all right, look,
they're not pros. And I'm out there trying to do it. I would get my ass whooped.
Hold on.
There's the stare down.
Okay, just give me a second. When you look at Amanda Nunes, she's known for her hands, but what you don't realize is she's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, now what that means is that if she wrestles you onto the ground with her size, she will strangle you. And here's the other thing about Conor McGregor that I do know. Conor McGregor can't wrestle at all.
He don't have any ground and pound.
He has zero wrestling skill. So what I'm saying is if you couple the fact that Amanda Nunes is bigger than him with the fact that technically she's more skilled, I'm just saying, bro, it's not. I get what y'all are saying. Conor McGregor is a man. He's stronger than her. Blah, 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 blah. But strength does not always equal wins in the UFC. And if you don't believe me, look at Daniel Cormier, who is, I guarantee you, Daniel Cormier is stronger than every person he's ever fought in the UFC.
But he's
Daniel
fighting
Cormier
man, right?
lost a lot of fights.
But he's fighting another man.
I
right?
get it, but there's a lot of men who are a lot weaker than Daniel Cormier when they step into that octagon. Trust me.
I understand what you're saying, bro.
Daniel Cormier is country strong, bro.
Like I said, if like Gooch walking that ring, Gooch is getting pummeled. But if anybody else that's a professional male that's been doing this forever walking that ring, it's gonna be a problem for him.
I have to I have to take offense to something you said.
I'll say
Because
no, bro.
if Gooch is high on them Twinkies, he ain't gonna feel a thing. So he ain't gonna get beat for nothing.
Thank you,
Look,
D-Ray.
his skin won't even bruise up.
Thank you, D-Ray.
He'll win the fight because she'll just quit. Like, I can't do
I
nothing
hit
with this
it with
dude.
everything I had. And you went wrong.
Thank you, D-Ray. I appreciate that.
No problem,
I'm
Hill. I
gonna
got
get
your
my
back, bro.
I'm
All
just
right,
saying,
so-
bro. Technical skill in the UFC is a lot different than it is in most other sports. Like, you could be undersized. Look, the first ever UFC was with a guy named Royce Gracie, I think his name is Royce Gracie. That dude is 135 pounds, and he beat a guy that's 250.
Here, I know we're trying to move on, but here's my question: if what you're saying is true, then why not just do away with weight classes?
Because not every
Because
person.
it's always going to be skill, right?
At
Because
first, it was like that.
if you think a flyweight can beat a heavyweight, then give him a shot.
Okay,
Do
so
away
here's
with
the thing. Here's the thing. It was at first like that, but they found it too hard to find like skilled or like good matchups for those weights. So let's say
because
you get a guy like
they will-
Mighty Mouse, who is the most skilled fighter probably ever. Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson is probably the most skilled fighter of all time, right? The thing is, you could put him up there with a guy like, Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva might beat him if he could land the perfect shot, but skill for skill, Mighty Mouse probably choke him out. And it's a good 50-pound weight difference. But not all the time can you find those matchups like that. So that's why they put in the weight classes.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, but anybody who's a UFC fanatic will understand my point. Like, I guarantee you, if there's a comment section for this, those of you who watch UFC like I do, have my back on this, bro. Like, y'all understand what I'm saying.
Do we have a commercial or a spotlight or something?
Look, hey, bro, I was thinking it. I just didn't say it.
So,
Actually, we're gonna go do the Blast Artist of the Week.
Thank you.
This is my girl Nikisha Wright, and this is featuring the Songbird Raven. The song is called No Regrets. Be right back.
My sister said about the nonsense. I ain't wanna listen back then. Look at us arguing. I tried to open my feelings, emotions all through the ceiling. If you can't censor me, I'ma set you free. So I decided that I'll give you the next move. See if you really have something that you need to prove. I let this go on for so long, I know I played a part, but ain't no way I'm gonna keep letting you break my heart. I know that this time gonna be the last time. I'm gonna give you one more chance. Hope I don't have no regrets. Wish I could hit rewind, try another lifetime. I'm gonna give you one more chance. Hope I don't have no regrets. Hope I don't have no regrets. I really hate how this played out, but I gotta get this weight off. I invested so much, I believed in our love. I'm sure you know you messed up, but you keep pressing your luck. I ain't got time for no games, just throw your mask away. So I decided that I'll give you the next move. See if you really have something that you need to prove. I let this go on for so long, I know I played. But ain't no way I'm gonna keep letting you break my heart. I know that this time gonna be the last time. I'm gonna give you
No, don't touch me. I'm gonna leave you. Look, I'm tired of you. You hear me?
Oh no, she don't need no heartbreak, headaches, or mistakes. So thank you. Nice suit though. Is that a Montgomery fellow?
It is actually.
There you go. My girl Nikisha writes.
All right.
Yeah.
You can
Straight
rewind
out of North-
like that. That could be dope.
Straight out of North Cac.
Hold on, B. She's not the singer though.
That is correct. This
Not
is
right.
part of our album compilation.
Yeah.
The Songbird Raven is the one that was singing on her album.
Yeah.
Nikisha Wrights is the one that wrote the lyrics. Excuse me, produced the album, something
Yeah.
like that nature.
Yeah.
But if you are an artist, even a comedian that would like to be a part of Blast, you can go to blastmusic247.com. You can register as an artist based on your genre. You just fill that out, and hey, you're part of the family. So go ahead and go to blastmusic247.com.
Check it out.
Changing the game one artist at a time.
There we
Yeah,
go.
changing the industry one artist at a time.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Love
Don't
it.
forget the tagline, baby. You gotta run it
Yeah.
up.
No doubt. All right, so let's talk with this before we get to NBA. Our boy D Hop. Now, the assumptive is, go ahead, Mr. Glass. You had told us a little bit about this offline.
All right, so DeAndre Hopkins, if you guys remember, caught an injury toward the end of the Cardinals season last year. Wasn't able to play in the playoff game. I believe he had a torn ACL. Rehabbing that thing, and he got popped for PEDs. He will be suspended for 6 games. What do you guys think, man? What's going on with that?
I think it's that the NFL definitely have their like priorities and everything screwed up because there are a whole lot of other things that are out there that are worse than this that don't get no suspensions at all, barely missing, and dude gets 6 games. I mean, this is one of your stars of your league. It's bad enough that like they got helmets on and people don't even know who the hell they are, basically, because you can't tell them without looking at the name on the back. You don't know who the hell they are. But you're going to take one of your superstars that were hurt last year that is trying to rehab to get back on and probably took some supplement that has some banned crap in it, and you're going to give this man 6 games.
Right.
Never been suspended before. Never had any issues. 6 games. 6 freaking games. I don't understand it. I don't understand some of these leagues, man. I just don't.
I'm with you.
I agree, and I feel like the NFL is different than Major League Baseball, because number one, arbitration in NFL is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, the guaranteed money is a little different because even NFL veterans, you have game checks, right? You don't play, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Right. So that's really hitting them in the pocket. And 3, and this is going to be controversial, so hold on to your hats. There has never in the history of mankind been a substance, been a supplement, been a vitamin, been a cream, or ointment, whatever it takes that can turn the average man into an NFL superstar.
No, it can't happen.
And the only thing that PEDs do is help you recover faster.
Yeah.
And so let's go back in the Wayback Machine to Major League Baseball in the late 90s.
Yeah, let's
right?
get into that.
Right. So let's talk about the steroid era in baseball. And this is my opinion, and the views and opinions of D-Ray the producer do not necessarily reflect those of Blast Media, Rats, or any other of these Negroes on this panel. All right, we got that out the way. So the late 90s, baseball had a problem because they were coming back from a strike that lasted an entire season, and 50% of their fan base went away. So what really got baseball back, in my opinion, was the home run race between Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
That year saved baseball. Now, I don't give two flying you-know-whats of if Sammy Sosa was on something or if Mark McGwire was on something.
They didn't care either.
And I sure don't care if Barry Bonds was on something, because I'm gonna tell you something. There's nothing that can make you put bat on ball.
Yeah.
That's
Your
the
hand
deal.
eye contact is not going to change.
Exactly. It's not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is you're going to be able to recover quicker. Your muscles are going to be able to repair themselves, and you'll be back out there quicker. That's it.
And why wouldn't they want that for their superstars?
Facts. And so, I mean, and maybe there's an argument that you don't want NFL players and Major League Baseball players to start dropping dead like the WWE superstars that don't live sometimes past 60, sometimes past 50. You know what I'm saying? And they just drop dead and nobody wants to talk about it.
But
that's different. But at the same time, it's just like, this is a choice that they made. It's entertainment. They're gladiators.
Plus, think about it. When it comes to football, they shoot football players up and give them some of the medication, you know, to get out there anyway, and then they get hooked on those pills that they're getting from the team. But it's still, you know, that right there in itself isn't right. But to like go back further with the like baseball, they used to have bowls of freaking greenies that like people in the doggone clubhouse would go pop a doggone couple uppers and go out there. What's the difference?
It's illegal.
Man, don't even give me that illegal stuff,
bro.
Don't even.
Illegal. Steroids are not illegal.
Right.
It's against the rules.
Okay.
You know what else is? You know what else is against the rules? Breaking people's brains. How about that?
Yeah.
Because the NFL don't give.
They don't give a rat. You're gonna get back out there as long as your doctor say, "Hey, he's okay," and your ankle could be mangled, broken, whatever. But we're gonna shoot him up and we're gonna send him out there.
I have a
against the rules.
I have a question. Why is whatever DeAndre Hopkins took considered a performance-enhancing drug? And no one brings up the fact that every league, everywhere, every sport allows players to take cortisone.
That's what I'm saying.
Cortisone is the performance-enhancing drug because it allows you to play when otherwise you could not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we're saying that the ability to actually fix what's wrong with these players, taking these substances, versus the ability to mask the pain, I don't understand where we're drawing the line.
I mean,
do we want them to be healthier, or do we want them to die on the field because that's what we think is fun to watch? I would rather these guys be healthy.
Right.
And basically, all they have to do to curb it, since it's the rules of the NFL or like whatever, is to say, okay, but it has to be monitored by either your like team position or the NFL position. If you go out and you get it on your own, then okay, you know that. But if it's going to be monitored, put some onus on the doggone team. The team don't want the onus stuff.
Right.
The like team doesn't want anyone, you know, to know because of the integrity of the game, and it all goes back to betting. Everything that we're talking about here goes back to gambling, and that's it. Okay, wow. They don't want to change the like books. They don't want you know fantasy football to get disturbed. They don't want any of that by like anyone taking anything because they have stigmatized it so much.
But it goes back to what I was saying with cortisone. I remember, and I know a lot of y'all are Cowboys fans, but I remember when I was a kid growing up watching Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith separated his shoulder against the Vikings went into the
The
halftime.
Giants.
I thought it was the Vikings.
It was, hey man, hey.
All right,
Hey,
whatever.
man,
It was, okay.
What you not gonna do, bro?
What you not gonna do is talk to Glass that way. You better back up off Glass.
Giants, bro.
Got it wrong, Blast.
This is what I'm gonna say about this. He's older, so he should have a better memory for a game that happened 30 years ago. Than me.
Damn.
All right? I'm gonna give you
That's
that.
fact.
Yo.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that what I'm saying though is that we went in the locker room, and according to if I remember, the injury report said that he was doubtful to come back into the game, which means that if you're in Vegas, you're now taking odds as if Emmitt Smith is no longer playing in this game because the rules said he was doubtful. Well, Emmitt Smith trots back on that field after halftime, after taking a shot of cortisone, and he runs for 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of them was a long touchdown, if I remember correctly.
Oh, the economy of it, but there was no fantasy football then. You know,
Right, but what I'm saying is there was still betting. It was still,
right here.
you would
Yeah, they
still
were
call
bets.
your local bookies and get you a bet on these games. That's what they would do back then.
And now, since they are in bed with all of these bookies and DraftKings and everything else, they ain't gonna do anything to ruin that golden goose.
Yeah.
Now that they see how much money they can get from like fools, betting on stuff.
That's a fact.
All right.
Look here.
So look, let's keep it going.
Oh, Gucci talking?
Hawkins knew what was on the banned substance. He took it anyway. You get penalized.
You don't get no 6 games for it, bro.
Have you ever? Hold on, Gooch.
He did.
I know we want to move on, but I gotta ask Gooch a question.
Sure.
Have you ever seen the list of banned substances from some of these leagues?
Hell no.
I've seen a few, but I don't pay attention to it.
Is
You
fit
know
to
what,
actually
Glass?
be able to memorize this?
Gucci is a banned substance.
It's not a banned substance right now. Let the Twinkies go.
Hey, that's what you got. That's what you pay all the money for. Get your doctor.
Let's talk about the playoffs.
Let's go, Mavs.
Here we go.
Let's go, Mavs.
Yeah. Damn, what you right?
Damn, you already said NBA playoffs.
What you right, go, man? Dang, bro.
I don't want to talk about.
that
I
now,
don't want to talk about this bullshit.
Let's go, Mavs.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is tough.
Yeah.
So we are now in the second round
Yeah.
Second round, you say?
against the Suns. Talk to me, fellas. What do you feel about this one? Because Utah, they had issues, but the Suns is definitely a step up.
This is the deal.
In my opinion,
Suns have.
they're about to get out in 5 games. Devin Booker,
What?
Paul,
Say that
DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, and all you got is Luka Doncic.
That ain't all you got, bro.
No, we don't.
See,
You
like people who don't watch the games, that's
got
what
Jalen
I'm
Brunson
talking about right there.
and Luka Doncic. That's it.
Glass is not promising.
Y'all shouldn't even have other players on the roster, bro.
You got 2 players against the whole bench.
Gas has not seen one.
Not one game.
I watched the Mavericks actually.
Bro, we were
playoffs.
I got about 2 players on your team.
we was forecast to lose against the Jazz 6
I knew
games.
y'all was gonna beat them because Luka's too good.
Well,
Luka
look
didn't
at
play.
that 4-2 game.
Yeah, he didn't
Look,
play.
Luka run up on Devin Booker right now. Devin Booker can match what Luka does offensively, point for point. Now you're telling me that Jalen Brunson has to match or do better than Chris Paul,
Chris
and
Paul
then
is
also
gonna
you guys have to contain DeAndre Ayton with some big that you guys don't have. And
that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it.
The middle is going to be a problem, but when we go small, which is our best thing, when we
It's
go
our best
small,
thing.
that's when we turn it on because our big men are. Do we even have big men? I don't even know who we can
I don't
call
think so.
big men.
You guys should not have traded Kristaps Porzingis.
What?
We started winning
Oh,
after
heck
we
yeah,
traded.
man.
Playoffs where Kristaps Porzingis would have actually helped you
He
guys.
wouldn't have gone down low to do
They
nothing.
wasn't gonna put him down low.
No, he would have been out there
Well, I mean,
shooting,
they
you know,
said
threes and everybody else.
I mean,
We wouldn't have
I
made
don't
the playoffs with him.
It would have broken, and he would have been.
Glass. Let me say to you, because you know you over there fooling around in the West like you got business over there in the West. Let me drag you back over here to the East, where you belong. Jeez. So don't nobody want to hear about them damn Mavericks, because here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna beat Golden State.
That's
Hey
right.
man,
You're not gonna beat Golden State. So you know what? It don't matter that y'all play the extra few weeks in the Hornets, because you're not gonna beat Golden State, and you know
Golden State barely got past Memphis yesterday. So
Barely.
Golden State.
Yeah,
Golden State. You're gonna hear it here first. Golden State will sweep the Mavs if the Mavs survive.
hold on.
Okay, so here's the interesting part
What you
about
gonna put on that?
The Mavs
What's
have
the
not
Twinkies on
made
that?
it out of the first round since we won
Bet.
the championship. So I'm happy that we're in the
Hey,
second
as
round.
they say, bet B, bet.
We're in the
Brother,
second round. I'm happy
Twinkies
for
on
that.
that.
Twinkies is on the table, bruh.
Twinkies on the table.
I got a
Scott-
question for you. I got a
Moon
question.
rock.
I know who's not gonna make it to the second round. First,
Nobody wants to hear what you got to say. So,
Yo, he muted him.
He wrong.
yeah, they go buy a round of beer at the damn sports bar, but that's the only round they in.
Oh, that's tough.
Big
Man,
Los,
that
what you
would
think
be
about
my
that?
head.
Big Los, what you think about that?
Wow.
oh damn! And like a dummy, I look too.
I'm gonna tell you
Damn,
something
man.
interesting though.
Had me up here with the resting gooch face because I'm up there looking below. But look, real quick. But in the East, Joel Embiid is out.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is out. Got poked in the eye, I think.
Broke his face. Actually.
Oh, it's his
Over
face.
the bone and
Yeah.
he had a concussion.
Now he probably gonna come back with some Amari Stoudemire glasses.
looking,
Facts.
looking like Phantom of the Opera.
Right, he gonna come back with that, but they're done. They can't. Philly can't beat the Heat without him. It's just
Well, that's just gonna be for like 2 games though. He only out for like 2.
no. They said he was out indefinitely the last I checked. So
Yeah,
it might,
I
if it's
heard
2 games.
today that it was
So-
2 games, Mr. D. Ray.
Nah, it wasn't indefinitely at first, but here's the thing. None of this matters. Like, literally, none of the series that we're talking about currently matter because it's Golden State's championship, and we just don't know it yet because it hasn't
Golden
happened.
State and Milwaukee. bro.
Bull.
Golden
I'm going to tell
State.
you why Giannis ain't going to be Golden State because I know that's what you're saying. I'm going to tell you why. Because Chris Middleton ain't in the game. They need Chris Middleton for that. He's not going to be there for the season.
They didn't even know the day.
Literally, Giannis and Drew Holiday versus the entirety of the Golden State Warriors.
Look,
And with the advent of Jordan Poole, it's not gonna happen for y'all, bro.
look.
Boston is a nice team, and they didn't give the Bucks no chance against them, and Bucks went out there and spanked that ass.
I
Look.
get it.
Let's go,
Let me tell you.
Mavs.
We didn't talk about the Mavs, bro.
Mute your ass too. Anyway, but I was not a believer until I watched the Bucks, and because I really had never really watched the Bucks before, but
They won a championship last year, bro.
I didn't care. I for personal reasons, death in the family, I just wasn't watching basketball last year, so I didn't really give a damn. But
All right.
as this year, I'm Greek Freak. That dude is the truth. That's all I'm gonna say. And he reminds me of the players of old. You get what I mean? He reminds me of a killer, and I can respect the game of a killer.
Okay, well, what we're not gonna do when you talk about old, you already know what the next sentence that you normally bring up. We're not getting to that shit today.
But guess what? We ain't got to because he on the couch with my Hornets. How about that, huh? He out there going to his son's game.
Yo,
How about
Here's
that?
the interesting thing about this, though. I like the Suns in the matchup against the Mavs. I like the Bucks in the matchup against Boston. I like the Heat now because no Joel Embiid against the Sixers. I like I would say obviously Golden State, but I like Golden State to sweep the Memphis Grizzlies. And the reason why I'm saying that is because what people are discounting in that series that just happened yesterday, they did it without Draymond Green in the second half, and they did it in Memphis.
Yeah, well,
They did it in Memphis without Draymond Green.
No, hold on. They was in Golden State.
No, they were not. Memphis is the number 2 seed. Golden State is the number 3
Look
seed.
that
They were
up.
definitely in Memphis.
Look that up. Look that
Uh-oh.
up, man.
He's flipping the coin.
Look that up,
Put
man.
something on it.
I'll do it right now.
All right, Rock.
Look,
Fuck
man,
you.
Look it up.
no,
Fuck you,
Grass.
Nothing.
Save your Twitch money, man. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I watched the game, D-Ray. I know what Florida was out.
I did. Okay, all right.
I ain't
Rock, what
bet
you gonna put on it,
nothing.
man? Start looking up stuff. What you gonna on it? Then look it up.
Go ahead, look it up.
The same people to the same funnel, and that's what's causing.
Shut up, damn it.
What the hell are you talking about funnels? What are you doing?
Damn, this is old. They got damn Timberwolves. All right.
Hey, man.
Put something on it, Rock.
Ain't put nothing on that, bro.
Hey, put our operational budget on it.
Hell no.
It's a smooth $20.
Nope. Yep, they got the Grizzlies. You
I
right.
watched the game, bro. Like, you not go like. If I said I watched the game, I know.
I let a baby shower, man. I didn't.
See, I'm not as old as y'all, bro. I don't forget what I saw yesterday.
Oh, how'd that look?
Hey,
Rock?
wait a minute. You said you was at a baby shower. What baby is this one? This is number 15? How many is this for you, right?
In Memphis.
Bro,
So I
Oh,
the baby shower in Memphis.
of podcasting. That is Rock. He got like 300 children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
He's capable of podcasting. Bro.
hey, look, they made that song about rock back in the 60s. Papa was a rolling stone.
I ain't still like that.
Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
And when he died,
Oh, he
was
was alone.
No, sir.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. Though they beat him in Memphis, and they did it without Draymond Green. I don't expect Memphis to be able to battle back tomorrow. I think they're going to go down 0-2 at home, and then they're going to Golden State to get swept because I just don't feel like they're. I don't feel like as a team they have enough experience to battle. Like
We're gonna win, but I don't see
Martin. They don't have the coach. There's a lot wrong with the Memphis Grizzlies right now. I watched that game and I thought I saw about 5-6 mistakes that coach made in that game, and it's just not gonna happen for them.
All I'm saying
Go ahead.
is they're not gonna get swept. They are gonna lose the series though, but they're not gonna get swept.
I need a broom.
Oh boy.
I
Put
say that with my
something on
chest. I'm saying
Put
that with
something
my
on
chest. So that with my chest.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. We're not doing that. Glass. Nope.
We got the draft.
Anyway, let's talk about the draft, fellas.
More
How's your team?
bullshit.
How's your team looking? B-Ray.
Big Lowe's, how you like them draft choices?
How them steals
I
looking?
met your wide receiver the other day, D-Ray.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one who y'all picked up. The
So-
last one who y'all picked up.
Yeah. So we led the league in sacks last year. We led the league in quarterbacks with the most broken bones and can't walk.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't draft not one offensive lineman.
Oh
That's
boy.
tough.
Mm-hmm. You see where this is gonna go next season.
Cody Pickett gonna be on the injured reserve in the first 3 weeks.
Mason ain't going nowhere because we're gonna have to have 4 quarterbacks. Because it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna be pretty at all.
Y'all got Mitch, right?
Yeah, we got Mitch. We just got the young kid from Pittsburgh that I did not want us to get, Mr.
I
Small.
gotta ask you, D-Ray, before you get too deep into your soliloquy here. Why do you feel like Pittsburgh passed on Malik Willis or Desmond Ritter, for that matter, who I thought was the best quarterback in the draft personally, and went for Cody Pickett?
2 words: Cordell Stewart. They did not want another situation like Slash, where you had a quarterback who was athletically gifted, but they could not build a program around, or they refused to build a program around.
I was going to say Cordell Stewart was actually fairly accurate.
Yeah,
I mean,
but they didn't. But they wanted to make Cordell a pocket passer, if y'all remember, and they refused. Like if Pittsburgh would have done what the Ravens are doing with Lamar, there's a good chance the Steelers would have won 2 or 3 more rings before he got out of there.
Here's you brought up Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's team decided in their infinite wisdom, hey, you know what? Let's trade your best receiver. And for that receiver, we're going to get you a center. Lamar was not pleased. His exact tweet was, "What the?"
Well, in his defense, Hollywood said, the program didn't fit me no way. Now I don't know if that was him crying over spilt milk or whatever, but in the AFC, if you think about who is the power in the AFC right now, it's Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Yeah, Buffalo.
I meant the AFC North.
You said power, right?
Yeah, I said the power in the AFC North.
And you put Cleveland in there just because.
Why did I put Cleveland? Why did I put Cleveland in there? You Google it. Why did I put
the quarterback who they just got? But still, for the last
everybody, who else they get?
I
understand what this is.
This
is Cowboy hate because anybody that leads the Cowboys is now the enemy. So I get it.
They got Brown.
I understand.
I forgot Cooper went there, bro. That's all. I forgot Cooper went there. Okay.
And they signed Antonio Brown. Yeah.
Good. It's all good.
Deshaun Watson.
And they got I'm just saying.
I understand.
Who do you guys feel won the draft? Out of all the teams you guys saw, who do you think was the big winner in the draft?
I hate the draft was good.
I hate that he ain't here, but the Giants cleaned up like fat rats.
They really did. They really did.
And I told Los, I sent him a message. Y'all saw the message that if it don't work out and they don't make the playoffs, go ahead to Aldi and get your bag because there's gonna be no excuses.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're still a year away from being really competitive. But they're also in the worst division in football, so
they still got Daniel Jones. They still got Daniel Jones, right?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Then that's the problem. Okay.
Here's my thing. Why not draft Malik Willis in the 3rd if you're the Giants? I mean, he was there.
Once again, are you going to build that kind of system around that kind of quarterback? And if you're not,
and this is one of the things that I think is really interesting about what you just said. If you have a scrambling style quarterback, you don't need as much around him to at least make it to the playoffs as you would with a pocket quarterback like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, you need a really good offensive line, really good receivers. You need to have him not turn the ball over 5 million times. And that's too much to ask because he's not that talented.
Hey, Glass, real quick. You want to see a dead body? Hey, Glass, you want to see a dead body?
I don't know if I do or not. I don't feel like I do.
Hey, watch this. How did Dallas do in the draft?
Y'all suck.
Thought they sucked.
Man.
I think they did okay. I mean, they got an offensive lineman in the 1st round. That was good.
Damn you, D-Ray. Damn you.
You was looking at the clock, too, like I wasn't going to do it, right?
No, we needed an offensive lineman.
We
got one that's a holding machine. And everyone that I've even heard on the radio, I mean, even that night that it was drafted, they was like, he's not ready yet.
Yeah, but hold on. Okay. Do you guys not have an offensive line coach?
No. That's what we trust.
He's the suspect.
Okay, but
okay.
That's a technique thing. If you're saying to me that he's got a problem holding,
I understand that, but so did a whole lot of our other offensive linemen last year. Yeah, and he's a pro forever. That fool there hold shit more than, well, I ain't gonna say that, but he holds a whole lot.
What was you gonna say?
Yeah.
I know what you was thinking, Rock, but I like where you was going with it.
I ain't gonna say it.
I'm actually interested in our defense because they definitely beefed up to help with the run stoppage. Got a big old white boy named John Ridgway. He's a nose tackle. Big kid.
Yeah.
He played football.
Here's my thing. You draft an offensive lineman that has a habit of holding. He's coming in the league with the reputation of holding. So what are they going to be watching the entire time that he's playing?
Of course.
Holding. Right? Dallas going to have the most flags.
He's not playing next year. Well, he ain't going to start next year because they drafted him for like Tyron Smith. And you know Tyron ain't going to play them. Like, if he plays 7 games, I would be happy. So
I don't know. This kid Tyler Smith, I heard he was going to be guard right next to Tyron. And because he's being guard, there's less likely of holding as much as an offensive tackle. So we're going to see. That's all I said. We're going to see.
Let's see.
And we got a kid that looks just like Micah. And he's a linebacker also. Sam Williams from Ole Miss. I watched him. He's pretty nice. So we're going to see.
We'll see. That's all we can do is see. I know nothing about Micah either. So.
I got to keep it 100, y'all. I don't even know.
Don't you do it. The glass.
He's just going to say he don't know what Tampa got.
I was about to say glass.
And this is what I wanted to say. It don't matter who we drafted.
Run the jingle. Run the damn jingle. Knock this shit off. It's time to go.
We have Tom Brady. And we got to chase it to Super Bowl.
Where the hell is the boink button?
Yeah.
The boink.
Man.
See? Oh, jeez. Anyway, look, we passed the hour. We squeezed everything in. We good. Y'all can wait till next week. No. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, clowning with us and whatnot. Big Los, wherever you at, you went to go get that chicken again. Oh, well. Okay.
I sent him a Twinkie.
That's why he missed the show.
Bro, that's from the league, bro.
You got him banned. You got him a 1 episode ban because of that damn Twinkie. That's what it was.
Unbelievable, bro.
TED. Twinkie.
So anyway, hey, y'all definitely need to check out what's tomorrow. So tomorrow is Tuesday. We got Glass House. Got to check us out tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central. Glass House. And
talking about something, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be something.
No, I said followed by something, right?
Oh, let's see here. Normally Bonnie was there, but she's moved.
I thought it was a beatbox.
Beatbox is after us. Yeah.
Okay.
So real quick, I wanted to share this before we roll out. If you guys didn't see my girl, Miss Carla last night, check this out.
Y'all, and this is a true story. I saw LL Cool J. Okay, so my uncle, I went to New York one time. My uncle lived in Queens, and my cousin, she's way older than me. We were walking. Unbeknownst to me, they did it on purpose. LL Cool J's grandma lived in my cousin's neighborhood.
Oh, that's cool.
So we were walking outside. This is New York summer. We're walking, and it's a yard, and these guys are on the car. They're out front, boom boxes out, whatever. I see the guys, and I see them, and I'm looking, and it's like in slow motion. I see LL leaning on the car, right? Y'all, guess what I did?
What you do? I mean, look, I think I might have done the same thing. It's LL Cool J.
If you don't take your country apple ass.
But you know what? I think we could have a versus battle. And I'm talking to you, Veep.
Veep
Get your
is
voice. Get
not
your
in
voice.
the building.
Veep, you a rapper.
Yep. You give me a gift, I'll wrap that sucker real good.
Shut up. So corny.
All right. Okay, fine.
You didn't say that.
Keep it on the download end.
Yeah,
I feel like Gooch. What I miss?
It was a good little show, though.
You missed L being a gift
I
wrapper
just want
too.
to say this real quick. Did y'all see the excitement on her face as she was telling that story that she met LL Cool J, bro? She was so hyped right there, dog.
It was like seeing Tom Brady.
Oh shit!
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Okay, Gooch. Get ready for another wrestling Gooch face. Yeah.
Oh, that was too easy.
I'm gonna be standing there. Yeah.
Oh, that was too easy.
It was actually a really good show, so definitely check out Crazy Carla's Concoctions. That's every Sunday night at 7 p.m.
Yep.
That, you know what, and that wasn't a fair clip because you know she was about 5 or 6 shots in by that point. So
Philly 4 shots.
Philly 4 shots.
Anyway,
she was having a good time. Let's just say.
Oh, most definitely. So, all right, everybody, we appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Have a good night, and we'll holler at you next week. Peace.